I knew the joke before the laughter started. The restaurant was rented out. White linens, low candlelight, a stage with a podium like we were honoring someone important. My wife insisted it was a surprise dinner for our 10th anniversary. She told me to wear the suit she gifted me last Christmas. The navy one, the one her ex once complimented when he thought I didn't hear. She didn't know that I knew everything by then. She didn't know the suit wasn't the only thing he approved of. I walked in to applause. Her friends, her coworkers, her mother, and my kids with phones ready, waiting for the performance. And there he was, the ex, grinning as if my presence confirmed something for him. He hugged her before he hugged me. Longer, tighter, familiar. I smiled. They thought I was clueless. They thought I was harmless. They thought that patience was the same as weakness. My daughter whispered to her brother, "This is gonna be so funny." He smirked. They lifted their phones. That hurt more than anything. But pain is clarity. Pain is transformation. We were young when we met, broke, reckless, hopeful. We built everything from nothing. She used to look at me like I was the only safe place in the world. Somewhere along the way, she got comfortable, then bored, then entitled. I gave her stability. She wanted excitement. She found it in a familiar pair of arms, her old flame from college, the one who got away. Except he didn't get far. He failed startup after startup, debt piled higher than his competence. Until she came into money. My money. They were careless. People always are when they think you're not paying attention. Receipts, transfers, late-night messages she deleted, but he didn't. I wasn't angry when I discovered it. I was cold, clear, focused. A decade of loyalty deserves a thoughtful response. And I was very thoughtful. I reached out to a lawyer I quietly kept for years, the kind of man who prefers silence to morality. He guided my hands as I began shifting accounts, redirecting funds, restructuring ownerships, gently removing my name from any joint obligations and attaching theirs instead. Her mother's mortgage? I refinanced it under her signature. Her ex's startup? I became the silent investor on record. My wife's company benefits? I was the guarantor. They used my resources like a shared wallet. So I turned the wallet to stone. The planning was the easiest part. The harder part was endurance. I kissed her goodnight while her phone buzzed under her pillow. I made breakfast while she texted him in the bathroom. I laughed with our children while they unknowingly mocked me behind closed doors. I walked through the fire and breathed normally so no one saw the smoke. People think revenge is a moment. It isn't. It's a season. And the harvest was tonight. Back in the restaurant, her ex took the stage. He held a cheap gold trophy, Most Patient Husband. Everyone laughed. Someone whistled. A phone camera zoomed in on my face. I kept my expression gentle, almost touched. He said, "Man, you must really love her to put up with everything." More laughter. My wife covered her face, giggling, proud of her cruelty. I could have ended it right there, but timing matters. Power is revealed, not announced. Then the lights went out. The laughter died into nervous hush. When the projector behind them flickered on, it cast a cold white light across the room. I heard my wife inhale, sharp, like something had reached inside her chest and taken hold. Bank records, transfer receipts, signed authorizations, legal documents, frozen accounts, asset seizures, notifications of default, all bearing her name, her ex's name, her mother's. Everyone could see it. My voice was quiet, steady, not raised, not trembling. You wanted me to be patient, and I was. My children stopped recording. My daughter lowered her phone first. Something in her eyes changed. Recognition, maybe? Shame, maybe? I don't need to know. Her ex stepped forward, angry, until he saw the signature lines, his signature, his liability, his debt. He went pale. My wife tried to speak, But shock has a way of pressing a hand around the throat. I didn't need to silence her. Reality did. I walked to the exit. She followed. Of course she did. She grabbed my arm. "Wait," she whispered, like she was begging oxygen to stay near her lungs. "Where are you going?" "Home," I said. "You don't live there anymore." Her knees buckled. She actually fell. I didn't touch her. Her friends didn't laugh now. Funny how quickly the audience changes tone when the performance shifts. I didn't fight for my family. I didn't scream. I didn't plead. I released what was already gone. The divorce was clean, irreversible. The house, the accounts, the retirement, I kept what I built alone. The children? Teenagers grow. Perspectives shift. Time will do its work. I will meet them when they are old enough to speak without cruelty. I don't hate her. Hatred is an investment, and she has already cost enough. I feel nothing now, and nothing is freedom. Some nights I sit on the patio, glass of scotch in hand, and watch the quiet landscape I worked my whole life to shape. The air is calm, my heartbeat steady. I survived someone who thought my silence meant surrender. They were wrong. My silence was the sound of sharpening. And in the end, when the lights went out, she was the first to stop laughing.